Kush and Cow Show. Kush and Cow Show. Kush and Cow Show. It's the Kush and Cow Show.
Welcome to another episode of Kush and Couch. I know it's looking a little strange tonight by myself. Unfortunately, I don't have my co-host with me tonight as a host. But fortunately, I have him as a guest tonight. What going, Lion?
What going, my brother?
Yes, my brother.
How you been, man? Up full and bright?
Yes, give thanks to life.
Up full and bright always, man.
Yeah?
Yeah, it feel kinda surreal sitting down on the opposite end here, you know? It feel a little different, but
For real.
so the thing set.
Yeah, man.
How it go?
Let me start it off right because, of course, you're honored guest tonight.
Right.
So let me do the thing right and give a proper introduction.
All right, safe.
Right?
Safe.
So
Here we
I
are.
had was to write it down because the list long.
Cool.
Right? Father, entrepreneur and business owner, chair, president of NGO, Ian de Costa Foundation, formerly Be The Change, photographer, videographer, film producer, director, screenplay writer, author, event production, set design, clothing design and line, Martian World, brand ambassador, record label owner, artist management, successful mind and free game life coach. My brother, all your brother,
Yeah.
Lions Den.
Wagwan,
Yes,
my
sir.
G. Wait.
You see it?
It's a serious thing to hear everything bunched together, but you know? It's a serious thing
How you
to
feel
hear.
here in all them accomplishments?
Accomplished.
Yeah, man.
I feel like now that I hear them bunch together, that the whole process, the journey, it bearing fruit now. You know, because it's such a... Because just the other day I was just a taxi driver and a house painter. So to hear that all them accolades attached to my name right now, trust me, it kind of unbelievable still. I doubt it as me you talking about the other kind of...
Even when I was putting it together and thinking of all the things that I just do now, I say, yo, there's a laundry list here.
Yeah, boy.
We really must some works
Yes,
in the
sir.
land.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Give thanks to the Almighty Father for that.
For sure. And I want to dive into that, but let me take it back right down to the basic.
All right.
What Little Lion was like?
Well, boy, before I tell you what Little Lion was like, let me light a split.
Oh.
Because Big Lion, he's a puller. You know what I mean?
Yes, I.
But big up everybody who viewing the episode. We give thanks to all you coming out, being here with we again. And it's works upon works, you see it? I mean, man.
Yes, man.
Little Lion, boy.
Little Lion.
Well, boy, to be honest with you, Little Lion was a very shy person, a very introverted person. The earliest memories of myself that I had, my friends, was books.
Right.
I was an avid reader from
Love to
very
read.
young, and that take up pretty much majority of my young adolescent life. Because I was able to read fluently between 4 and 5 years. So by 6 years, I was done playing with books. Excuse me. I was done playing with books. And I fell in love with the disconnect from reality.
Yeah.
I fell in love with the ability for a book to take you into a whole different world
Yeah.
and make you feel like you're part of the characters and invest. You get so invested in a character. I can remember I was reading a book one time and one of the co-heroes in the book died and I literally cried, Gary.
What?
Because to me, like, he was such a good friend to the...
Yeah. You get to know him personally.
Yes, Bridget.
Yeah.
And that was my first earliest memories of myself being indulged in books and stuff. And I always had which was to my parents and them, the dislike for a certain bit and all. I always had a way of taking things apart to see how it worked, to put
Okay.
it back together.
Right.
So like you'd buy me a toy and I would disassemble the toy.
Yeah.
But when you see it in a pile, you mad. But when you pass back 2 days later, you seen it back together upon functioning. So now you're proud. You're feeling like he has some, that kind of way.
Because go and ask if you just mash it up or if you just take it apart.
Nah, putting it
You
back
know?
together.
Right.
Because looking back on it now, I think it was a fascination on how things work.
True.
Getting down to the gritty, getting down to the synopsis of something, seeing what makes it tick, and seeing if you could replicate that tick.
I dig that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I hear talk about your parents too. I know your dad real influential in your life and the way you live.
Yes, I.
You know?
Yes, I. I come from a great lineage, I must say. I come from parents who stand up and did exactly that. Be parents.
Be parents. Yeah,
You
man.
see it?
Big up.
Yeah, man. Big up my mother, Alison. Big up my father, Ian. Rest in Zion, always. You see it? My queen alive, but my father resting up.
True.
Right?
Yeah, man.
My father was the type of man, the type of person that teach me what a man's supposed to be. Responsibilities, taking care of your home, taking care of your priorities before your pleasures, these kind of things, being upful in the way you carry yourself, all these sorts of things. And then my queen now, she come and bring the compassion,
True.
the love for people and the love for creativity. And my queen is really the creative one.
Okay.
You see it? So I would say my creative spark come from she.
Okay.
Because she like crafts and she was a seamstress and a upholsterer. She like a jack of all trades.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So even seeing my mother ponging a nail or fixing something now make me, as a youth, mommy, let me do that for you.
Right.
And that now make me able to handle a hammer. So she come and bring them little fine little tweaks that need to round you off as a proper human being.
Yeah, man.
That is where the queen bring.
That's the way you get that balance from, you know?
Yeah, you
that's
see it?
The balance in your parents now. They make a good mix, man. Yeah. So coming up now, because, we had other episodes where we reason a couple things coming up, you know? But just kind of a little in-depth into the schooling transition, that period when you let loose, where you're learning things, you're moving on the streets, you're getting big.
All right.
Give me a little touch on that then.
Now, to tell that story, I got to tell the trajectory, right?
Right.
Now, when I was going to school, like in Standard 5, it's just a common entrance practice test and thing.
Yeah.
As always, one of the students would come in the top 5 on the practice test.
Right.
So my entire school and Form 5 teacher and these things had a very high aspirations.
You was one of them brain men.
Well, boy, boy. Maybe it's the books, maybe it's... why I just break it down? I just break it down as I've got retention.
True.
I'm able to retain something, even if I intake it subconsciously. I'm able to retain the knowledge for some reason, so I got retainance.
True.
I won't say I'm the most brilliant person because I don't know everything. You know what I'm getting at?
Yeah, man.
But like if I study upon something, I could become versed in it in a very short time because I wouldn't forget what I learned then.
Right.
That kind of heights.
Yeah.
And being good in the practice test and thing, that was all good. And well, the last practice test, I got 105, which was the highest marks in the whole school.
Okay.
And they called me up in front of the assembly, make me clap, all these nice things, you know what I mean? Make me feel good. And I remember coming home and I showed my mother it. My mother's real proud. She allowed me to board the side of my ears.
Yeah.
Because I always wanted to board my ears now.
Yeah.
So that was my common entrance, passing
Okay.
common entrance gift. She allowed me to board the side of my ears. And the person I really wanted to impress was my dad.
Okay.
And at that time, I was a kid that didn't understand that sometimes you could leave home happy and come back home unhappy because the world beat you down during the day.
True.
You see it, especially as a father.
Yeah.
This is something we need to highlight same way. That fathers just have it real tough out there sometimes on the battlefield. And it's not that they don't have love, but as I said, they beat and they receive.
Yeah.
So, when my father come home the day and thing and I show him it, he was like, I only hope you could do that when common entrance come.
See, because that was the practice test.
Yes.
Way.
Right? But I not really I wanted to hear that good moment. I wanted to hear a good job because
Well done.
everything I doing is for you. to make you proud then, in that sense then, you know, that kind of way. And it didn't really sit well on my chest. You dig? That night I feel it, God, I cry, tears. You dig?
Yeah.
I say the last thing I could remember saying, and I telling you that now, and I can literally feel the feelings I feel that night. The last thing I say before I fall asleep the night was, if I can't please you, I ain't gonna try. Right? And this is, I saying this to highlight to some parents the importance of just being there for the children sometime now, boy, you know?
Giving good word and thing.
Because had my father said, that's an amazing job, son. I'm proud of you. Bro, all now I might have been cutting open people, you know.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to be a surgeon, you know, brother. I studied human and social biology at 7 and 8 years old, you know. Anybody who know me from that youth man phase could tell you, when you ask me what I want to be when I grow up, I telling you a doctor.
Right.
I have an uncle, they still call me the doctor, they top G. From them times. You see it? And I went in the common entrance practice room and literally do any on my common entrance.
Okay.
Because if I can't please you, I'm not going and try.
Yeah.
And I do mini more and still pass common entrance. They send me to Diego Martin Junior Sec Bedroom. Because I live in Pity Valley, so you know that's the closest, right? When my standard 5 teacher, I hear that so. Bacchanal in school. I go in Belmont Boys RC in them days. Bacchanal. He mad. He want to know what take place, but them don't know psychologically what going on with me. He just knowing I have the potential to do. So he thinking there's a glitch in the matrix. Not knowing there's a glitch home.
Yeah.
You see it?
Yeah.
When they go Martin Junior Sec, now, part time I was glad to go, right? Because my brother going there. Okay. All my friends from my neighborhood going there. So part time I was kind of glad to go in the school, guy. To be honest with you, because they wanted to cancel our junior sec thing and go ministry of education and get
a transfer
to a college or something, bro. Because if you put me back in that test room literally to do that properly, you should. CIC was my first school of choice, G. I can still remember that Fatima was my second school of choice.
Right. A tongue man.
Yeah, so in Pity Valley. I grew up in Pity Valley. I really from 50 Argyle Street in Belmont.
Okay.
But in 1990, when the coup happened, my father take us out of Port of Spain and carry us up in Pity Valley for safety reasons and things that way.
Okay.
And due to that process, we spend the balance of our life until we mature into men up in that Roots Lane, up in Pity Valley. Pity Valley bring up all yourself for him, man. Roots Lane myself. You see it? And we went through the junior sec thing and junior sec make me realize I was a nice fella though.
Right.
Yeah, see it?
Yeah.
You know, we had if I chop it, I had to chop it real.
Yes, I.
You think I can't put anything. Junior sec make me realize you're handsome.
True. Because people tell you that, eh?
That's what I'm saying.
Literally in school.
Because before that, God, you mean I no interaction with no girls and thing, you know.
Right.
Book is my girl,
Books,
G.
I know what to say it, yeah.
Book, and plus I go in an all-boys school.
Right.
The most we get into to see a girl is through the fence because the girls' school was right kind of to the back. So the most we get into see them is through the fence. But it's an all-boys school I go in. So you know your focus on 9 day. And from small I don't know I was one way already shit. So it didn't have that. Then I don't study nobody more than book. You see it? But do so and end up in the junior second thing and you know, girls had to approach you.
Right.
You're nice, you think. Got it, book gone out the door. Books gone out the door. Now, when I say books gone out the door, not completely.
Okay.
Not completely.
Take a back seat.
I take a back seat.
Right.
Because I start to realize, well, in me now, a potential. You think? And we flow through the junior sec thing. Well, I as a man end up getting removed from school.
Okay.
I didn't really get to finish my 14 plus and thing because one thing lead to another, bro. And that's why it's so important to talk to youths and give them that guidance because it's like the girls lead to more fellas being attracted to me as well in terms of forming that clique and that crew around you.
Right.
You know, that kind of way. And then it evolved to a point where the bully at the school, he beaten everything, God. He beaten teacher, student, God, everything. They send him Mokrapo junior sec. Mokrapo junior sec send him back after a month. And let them know now.
I never see a send back though.
Nah. Mokrapo let they go no sir. Take him back. And you know, as I say, within introspect, I never really look at it that way, but it come like I play a real vital role in his life too, because when them send him back to junior sec, and he come in his school and he realize, well, lunchtime, all the girls liming wrong way and come and he tell me, say, boy, say in control of all the girls, boy. I say, boy, you in control of all the badness, boy.
Link up.
Let me link up. Let me link up. If it's girls you like and the security I need, let me link up.
Come on.
You know, and that form a whole disarray where I bring a bit of shame to my parents.
Okay.
Because I ain't telling that story to glorify it. I just being honest. Because if you have an honest sit down,
man.
I think it's my obligation to be honest.
Yeah, the coaches that
you see it?
Place.
Yeah. And that lead to me doing some wrong things in the school and not going to classes and you know the typical thing about youth in them time breaking beach and you hear your day like on a mango tree. You feel as a little rude boy because not even the teachers and them coming and tell you go in a class because you have a teacher beat a lineman with you.
Yeah. You rule the school.
Bro, anybody went to school with me in them time and could tell you it was basically kind of that touchy.
Yeah.
I didn't want to make it into a glorified thing for nobody to feel like that is the way to be and, you know, but basically it was kind of that. Where we had that kind of say in the school where the Spanish teacher let me know, if you don't feel to go in a class, come here and chill.
Right.
Bro, I can remember being in junior sec in the toilet and junior sec smoking a weed tabji. Pulling a roll on.
Yeah.
And that same Spanish teacher, he ended up eventually becoming a minister in the PNM government. Okay. Right? And I can remember a time he walk in the toilet and catch me smoking a roll on and take away the roll on for me. He didn't say nothing. Take away the roll on for me. Pull out the cigarette out of the roll on. Wash it under the pipe.
Yeah.
Break off the piece where attached to the paper were attached to the cigarette.
Yeah, yeah.
And hand me back the joint and say, boy, if I let us smoke better, let's smoke weed, boy. That is a man I go to love in our school. Where if he say, Isaiah behave, yes, behave.
Yeah, he kind of earn your respect.
If he say, like you and your crew don't be already beyond that.
Right.
It come like he's the only man had that control over we.
Okay.
And not from a place of authority neither. From a place of kind of meeting where we was now, boy.
Yeah, because I'm glad you say meeting you where it was, because that could have go any other way, you know. That could have end the whole, you know, not ended, but put in some real...
Well, bro, eventually, even with that assistance, eventually that is where it end up. It end up going the wrong way, right? And, well, yeah, after that is out of school.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, out of school, I leave school in junior sec. Now, the reason why I wouldn't feel no type of way to say that is because I didn't stop learning there.
Okay.
And I didn't let that determine who I become. You see it?
Yeah, man.
Because my potential was already in me, even before the school.
Yeah. And you knew you had that potential in you?
Not necessarily.
Okay, yeah, that's...
You see, sometimes when you're living in real time, you don't really look at what's happening in real time. It's only when you get the opportunity to look back on a situation, it's then you might be able to say, boy, you know, in that situation, I held plenty power.
Okay.
Or in that situation, I was the weak one. But sometimes when you live in a situation in real time, you know it happening in real time.
Passing and you're not even thinking about
so
it.
like all them things I'm telling you, the reading, the retainance and knowledge and all them things mean thinking of them things as a blessing, stop the shit. I just thinking of them things as Isaiah.
That is you.
Yeah, that I mean, I just how I is, you know, that kind of way. And I had a dad who was very heavy on book work and making sure you do your homework and school and you operate in the right manner. And so even though I was given the trouble in them days, I used to still have to be accountable to him in terms of showing him my homework and all in junior second thing I talking about. You understand?
Yeah.
Showing him what going on. So even though I was breaking the beach and I was getting in trouble, I always used to have to make the time to learn still.
True.
Because I still have heat to answer to in that sense.
Right. He's still holding you accountable. What age I was so long?
I left school when I was about 17 years.
Okay.
16, 17. Anyway, wrongly, about 16, 17 years. So, let me say about 16.
Okay.
Because my first job I ever get was painting. And I started that job when I was 17.
So you went from school to work or it had a period?
No, one time.
Straight at it?
One time, no. Let me tell you the story correct. When I got put out of junior sec, my mother sent me to learn fabrication welding. And that is the first trade I ever learned in my life.
Same here, no?
Fabrication welding.
Yeah.
Now, I love the art of it, but unfortunately, I'm very susceptible to archive.
Okay.
And the fumes that has come up from the rods, it has made me sick. So I stick it out long enough to learn it, where I could fabricate something for you now. Yeah. But it's not something you would see me doing as a trade or as a work. It's not for me.
Not for you.
Nah, it's not for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Yeah, go ahead.
So we painting now. Yeah. We on the road, we have money in we pocket, things happening. What that looking like?
First thing I ever buy with my first paycheck was a boombox. Them days we used to call it boombox with the two speakers. Yeah, with the two speakers could have come off.
Oh,
the detachables on them.
Yeah. That man always like the best one.
Yeah, the first thing I ever buy with my first pay was a boombox with the detachable speakers. And think because I always had a love for music and always like, that musical vibe right now. And yeah, we painted, we started thing and started making own little money. You started, you know what I mean?
Right.
Because you're done out of school already, you ain't no little boy again. Not even your parents seen you as a little boy. It's just per se. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you're done doing man thing and getting man trouble.
Once you're earning your food,
so you have to man up,
respect,
that kind of way. And start to function. And painting for me was a great savior.
Okay.
Because having something to do kept me off of the block in some of the most crucial times. Because I could remember having a job to go to save me from being on the block when the block got shoot up and two of my friends died.
Wow.
Right? And having a job saved me from going up in the pond. We had a pond in my neighborhood, we used to go and bathe, but the pond now, they used to wash gravel in it.
Okay.
It was a 30-foot pond, so by the time you started bathing in it, the water turned brown. Right? And having a job saved me from being in that pond that day when one of my brethren broke his neck and lost his life.
Oh.
No, I'm not saying it could have been me, but I just glad I wasn't there to experience that, because, that was no. So having the painting saved me in that sense, and also it allowed me, because if most people don't know, painting is a very kind of solitude job. If you look at painters, even though two painters working close together, you won't hear them talking that much.
Yeah.
Painting is a job you just go in your mind, and so it allowed me to fall in love with the inside of my mind.
Okay.
Right? Because I do painting from 17 to 36.
Okay. Wow.
You see it? So it allowed me to sometimes up on a 5-6 height scaffolding. You ain't have nobody to talk to up there.
Yeah.
It's internally, music, these kind of things. And we used to always practice a thing that anytime you're going up on height, you don't put no music in your ears.
Okay.
Because if the scaffolding is a creak, if a man is a shout out to you,
hear.
you want to be able to hear that to respond. You know that kind of way.
Man.
So sometimes you ain't no music in that situation. Most time you listen to music if you're on the ground. You know? So painting was that kind of vibe that give me that opportunity, and then it allow me now to take care of my family, my kids, the best that I could. Always have something to fall back on to, which shows that a trade is very important. Because today or tomorrow, Lions and pop down.
Yeah.
Cardi, I could put on a block.
Yeah.
I could paint a wall. I could screen a floor.
Yeah.
I could put on some tiles.
Definitely.
You understand what I'm
man.
trying to show you?
Man.
And even for myself, if I need to do something for myself, I could build a cupboard. I could,
man.
you know?
Yeah.
So the kickback is always be a blessing still to be able to have them kind of vibes now.
True. And you say 17 to 36. You know, still lands then again, right? So
Yeah.
I think, you know, after all these years and having that trade that mind you basically,
Yeah.
what make you make that transition into holding a camera?
So I used to do like little flyers, and I used to do like little small album cover and thing
Okay.
for one or two bedrooms around in the neighborhood and these kind of things. And I did a flyer for a carnival store that was opening up.
Right.
That sell like beads and feathers and you know them kind of kind of shop. And they asked me to come on
Do the flyer for them.
to come and take out some photos with my phone, because them time DSLR and them small mini camera and thing,
Yeah.
them thing not around Gadi.
Okay.
When I say camera, when a man say camera, he talking about a big Polaroid camera or a shoulder mount camera.
Okay.
Them time I know small camera and them thing, the most that little thing on your phone. Them time cell phone with camera and thing they don't come out already, right? What I telling you about.
Yeah.
And I went to take out the photos to them, I do the little flyer up for them and thing, and when I drop it back for them, they were so impressed with the work that the person suggested to me, boy, why you don't open a little business, boy, and
Okay.
to do them thing, do
Yeah.
little graphics and them kind of thing. And I turn and I tell them, I say, yeah, that I will get, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's something good, you know. I go think about it, man, more time. And the person turn and they tell me, say, stop procrastinating, boy. You see it? If you have something to do, do it.
Get it
And
done.
I drive off from the person, but I drive off from the person now with a very heavy heart and mind. Because it's like, for the first time, I didn't know what something meant.
Okay.
Because procrastination never really come around never was mentioned. For me, like I never hear that
Like you
word
never
then.
hear it. Okay.
It wasn't in my universe yet.
Right.
You know? And I went home, Guardian, and I searched up what procrastination mean. And bro, when I learned that to procrastinate means to rob yourself of the opportunity to do. Right? I just using my words here to describe it, right? But to rob yourself that opportunity by keep putting it off. It's like a light bulb went off in my head. I know it might sound corny, but you know that light bulb moment when people
that was the
talk about.
moment.
It's like I had that moment, Top G. It's like I just see my whole 36 years flash before my eyes and realize that it wasn't enough. From coming from that youth man, why telling you I was lost in books who wanted to be a doctor, at 36 years, when I look back at myself, it wasn't enough, Gadi. You see it? And I went, register Lions Den. This was 2017.
Right.
I go on and register Lions Den. And bro, I start from there, boy, Top G, boy.
Same.
Start from there. My first camera I bought was for $1,100. And I remember calling my son and my daughter.
Yeah.
And I telling them, I say, if I buy this camera, I won't be able to treat all like how we just live during the week normally.
Okay.
Because normally during the week we go send for wings and fries and we go thing. And if they were daddy give me $5 to go in the shop, it had that day for them and them kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
But that 1,000 now come like that money. So anytime I spend that $1,100 now is
Salt.
It's all this week. It's just the bare basic. Whenever I come out the
Yeah.
kitchen is where we are turning them this week. And my children and them tell me, boy, daddy, go for it, boy, buy it, boy. Don't worry, there's always study we, there's always do for we.
Yeah.
Do it, buy it. You know that kind of way. And I remember buying that camera, bro, and that moment was real surreal, eh? That moment was real. Because I'd seen it for like about 3 weeks before now.
Okay.
And every day after the day I seen it, Gary,
Yeah.
it's like that all I can think about. It's like I got to bank off for that camera at Top G.
Yo.
It's like that all I thinking about. I am walking and all I studying is this camera and I just hoping and praying that nobody in buy that camera from now, man.
Right.
Now, I tell you, $1,100 I pay for it. It's $1,700 it was selling for.
What? So you got a little something off.
So, what go on is, I so thirsty for this camera. That the man was selling the camera. I said, like, boy, take. How much are 11? Go ahead, boy.
Right.
Nah, that not to be for you, boy. Because he see the pre. Because when he now get it, he called me first. Because he know, well, you know that kind of way.
Yeah.
You know, I in them little camera things, so he called me first now to find out if I know any buyer. Well, me didn't tell nobody about that camera. I tell you, I say, I'm going to call Tucci, I'm a bedroom. I tell her, nobody being called, Gary. You dig? And, yeah, and
That was the birthday then.
that's the birth side.
That was the birth.
But where they ask me, what's the reason I started?
Yeah, how you went from just pain, but you're on site.
Yeah, on site.
Yeah,
on
on
site,
site,
right.
yeah.
Natural, yeah, man.
Yeah, because well, I know your works, working with you, you know, seeing your work, supporting you even before working with you, you know what I mean? But still, walk out now. You have to go slow with me, right?
All
you have
right.
to break up this thing a little bit because we have videography in terms of interviews.
Right.
We have things like music videos. It have short films that you do.
Right.
You know? So I will kind of break down lines then in those components and kind of share with us how your works transition from that camera to now.
So, let me say it like this. As a person very skeptical about plateauing.
Okay.
So I had to start there first before I explain it to the progression, right?
Right.
So for me, I think that we just reached a certain point and naturally we just become comfortable in that point.
Okay.
And that for me is scary because I was comfortable where I was for 36 years.
Yes.
And when I look back on the 36 years, it's only then I wasn't comfortable with what the 36 years look like. So for me, I always push myself to keep progressing anything,
Okay.
to keep going forward. So at first, when we originally started Lions Den, it was more about photos,
Right.
photography. So that is where my first love for the craft start.
Okay.
My first love for the craft started in the ability to capture a moment. Now, if we go back to biblical times, it had people used to call scribes.
Yes, I.
And I just see myself as a modern day scribe. Somebody who duty it is to record history,
Capture the
to
moment.
capture that moment. So that is where my drive for that kind of product just come out then, you know, that kind of way.
And
Go ahead.
I remember that phase too, because I think you was the first, you was the first person to start to put like a logo on the pictures and
Yeah,
set a certain standard in
yeah.
the photography.
We was one of the first, and I say this with great pride. We was one of the first companies to be put on flyers as a photographer.
Right.
Lions
But that,
Den will
that wasn't done.
because the photographer not even
Yeah,
mentioned
he's
in
a
the circle.
afterthought.
He's an
Yeah.
afterthought in them days, Top G, bro.
Oh, cool.
He's an afterthought, but we bring our vibes to the game.
True.
Because not only taking photos, we take time to show people love.
True.
So we develop relationships.
Right.
So it come like, if it was never comfortable taking photos, Lion smile with you and he tell you, don't worry yourself. I go make sure you're looking good.
Right.
So when you hear lion in a party, you feel to dress up because you a lion, come and catch you.
Take that shot, yeah,
You know,
man,
so we
yeah,
develop much more than just snap in the moment. We develop the relationships that come in the moment as well now, you know. And as I say, it started, we did photography, and that's pre-COVID,
Okay.
right?
Yeah,
It was-
because 17, 18, 19, right? Okay,
right?
I with
That's
you.
pre-COVID.
Right.
So that's all 2018. All right, so let me tell you a story in the truest nature. That is all 2000, late 2017,
Right.
now going into 2018.
Okay.
We start to catch our link, we start to think. And 12 Tribe had a press conference.
Okay.
The 12 tribes of Israel. And that is why I just always try to give Israel a shout out.
Yeah, man.
Because everything that help you to go to the top, you have to hold respect in it.
True.
Irregardless of wherever transpire, you give it the respect that it deserve then. You know,
Yeah,
that kind of
foundation
way.
is foundation.
Foundation is
Yeah,
foundation.
man.
And 12 Tribe asked us to come forward as a media house and cover the press conference.
Okay.
Right? And that kind of birthed the media side of Lions then.
But Lion was another challenge for you to...
Right. For me, it was another form of grow then. Right? Because I had a video camera, but I'm known for photos.
Okay.
So majority of my gigs again with the photos and thing, but I had the video set up and thing there.
Right.
Right. And 12 Tribe called me out and asked me to become part of the conference. And we went and gave them the shank and wrote an article. They wrote an article and, you know, well, not them, Newsday,
Okay.
which we made the cover for the article as a matter of fact.
All right.
Fortunately, because I was fixing a little prop and
Yeah.
they decided to snap that picture and it so happened that that was the
They
headed.
come out on the front page.
Yeah,
man.
look, I have it inside here and thing, you know. And end up getting to meet the president of Trinidad and Tobago at that point in time.
All right. Slow down.
Okay, yeah.
Slow down.
All right.
So you conquer the photo world. You innovate it.
Yeah.
You get pressed with a new challenge.
Mm-hmm.
You accept that.
Yeah.
And this make you meet the president now.
Yeah. Well, that in itself was a crazy moment, bro.
Give it.
It's like when we reached the and thing, right? When we reached the president's office, we was in the waiting room, everybody chilling and stuff and thing. But remember, I is the man videotaping the scene.
Right.
So I was to go in the president's office before everybody else, set up my camera
Yeah.
and get everything in a gear for when they enter.
So
The president was already there.
with the president there, and it's like we have security. And
Nah. It was no
normal.
big set of security thing. It had 2 security in the room.
Right.
And that's it. And it had 2 security outside the 2 entrances.
Okay.
But in the room it only had 2 security, and it wasn't even like there was highly
On here.
secure in. But at the
Right.
office, them like the
Okay.
president, we don't get searched down before we even reach in there,
Okay.
man.
It's safe.
Them sure
Yeah.
we see.
Yeah.
Them sure before we even reach it, them not check camera bag, everything under the car,
See.
before we even get to that guy. So
Okay.
by the time we in the office, them laid back because them know it's just a chill scene inside of there, you know what I mean?
Okay.
And I'd also go in and set up, and the president sit down right there, and he just decided to spark up a conversation with me, ask me the very same question you know ask me. What is the reason I start Lions then for, and
Right.
what the company is about, and what my vision is for it, and them kind of thing. And I could remember, I'll never forget these words. When I finished explaining to him, he asked me, he say, what school did he attend? And I feel that type of way to answer,
Right.
knowing I get put out of school. But I say it anyway. And he turned and he tell me, he said, don't feel no way, no. He say, you song like a St. Anthony's boy.
Why?
I say, I went St. Anthony's. When that resonated in my soul, it make me realize that intelligence is not about a diploma and what
True.
school you went.
True.
You see it? It's about how you carry yourself and how you articulate your words and how you formulate your thoughts rather than just letting everything and anything splurt out of your mouth. You know, the way you formulate your thoughts and them kind of thing would make you, you know,
True, yeah.
deemed as an intelligent person now, you know.
Yeah, man.
And we come and we get to meet the president and thing. And he, like all of us vibes, I wouldn't say with me, collect me individually. He liked the party that came to him that day, and he awarded us an invitation to the 24th Republic Day award ceremony.
Okay.
Which is a invite-only gala that they just give away like awards to national heroes and them is the kind of places you will see the Trinity Cross and these kind of things given away in. And we went and that was a real nice moment, bro. And when we come outside, I tell you, I just work in such great ways in a man's life.
True.
You see it. When we come out and thing and we out mingling with the crowd and thing, bro. When the president come out the door, the first man he come towards me, you know.
Yeah.
And come and take a picture with me, you know. And here we tell me in my ears, you're trying to address the president. Yeah, they got it.
Yeah.
Come on, nice purple and black. And, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Just up and, you know? Yeah, we're trying to address the president. And I always hold line, man. You know, he's a real humble man. Was.
True.
Anthony Comona was one of the most humblest presidents we ever meet. Most people person. Because when the man started give us his story.
Yeah.
Them is real people, bro. Them is real people. Just God bless them and put them in great places. Because, you know, not to sidetrack the conversation too much, but, you know, sometimes we have our way because a person might have a certain job title in life.
Yeah.
We tend to cast them under one big brush and one big light. And, you know, you might say to yourself, but me don't like police and I don't like evil police, stop you.
Yeah.
I don't like wicked man police, stop you. You see the good ones out there who protecting and serving and doing the thing and who will still tell you good morning, Farai.
Yes.
Miss Mom, you want me to help you across. You see 10 people? God bless them people, why dog, why, you know, that kind of high, same way. What you mean, man? What you mean? Same way, you know? And with the same way, that certain politician trying, but they mightn't have the power to be able to move the pieces on the board. The distance the people want it move. But I not to say that there is not good people and don't want to move it. But remember sometime the king and the queen hold more weight than the pawn. You see it? In the game of chess that score life. Sometimes the kings and the queens hold more, they will sacrifice a pawn to protect the queen.
For sure.
Yeah, so it's
man.
that.
So all right. So we meet the president. We went gala and thing. Right. So Lansing progressing. What was the next step looking like?
The next step was stepping away from being just Lions. Then the guy were running around with the camera. The guy were coming and doing a video event and these kind of things, to becoming Lions Den the brand. Lions Den the company. You see it? Because before it was just a title, attached to a registration, yes. But before it was just me trying to build the thing and making the sacrifices and running the gauntlet and, you know? It was just me running the gauntlet. And then I reached the point where I realized, well, you know what? This is the time we need to take it into a business, to establish the business side of it.
Which require workers and expanding your field.
And which requires also giving out a lot of nose guarding.
Because you would be doing a lot of pro bono and help outs and so we reach the point where we start to standardize the thing.
And it's not because you're better than or it's a better than moment. It was because that when you introspect into the craft that you choose, you realize not only is it a very expensive one, but to maintain and keep it and also keep evolving with the standard, then you can continue the same way.
Okay.
Because eventually, he is not going to have anything to be of use to anyone.
Yeah, because it's a craft.
Because you will give until you
Yeah.
give out. It ends and it remains with nothing, top G.
True.
You know? And that was the transition day. That was that moment where we take the thing into the business, and now it become, we have a price list.
Right.
We supply certain services, and in order to get the services done, you have to contact us and deal financially first.
Okay.
Now, this is not to say that favors wouldn't be granted and brethren
Yeah.
and sistren wouldn't be blessed along the way. But we could no longer put the bless as a priority.
Yeah.
And this is something, I'm glad you asked me that question too, because this is something that most creatives is afraid to say. There comes a point where you have to start to tell people no.
Right.
You have to reach to the
Yeah.
point where you have to say, well, Benjamin, to be honest with you, if you want to come out, you have to give me a little 500.
Yeah.
You have to give me 1,000. Because everybody have a fridge to fill.
Yeah, it's only natural.
Everybody have
Yeah.
needs, everybody have wants, and you can't focus on something, running around doing it, and it ain't providing no kind of
Yeah.
sustenance so cheap for you. Because then where you will have in the tank to go and do.
Yeah.
You see it?
And it's a process too, because you go through the period where you didn't know, you're learning, you work out the kinks, you get professional, transition.
Yeah.
Because you also have to leave room for the other ones coming up who now ready to learn
Right.
and progress the same way now.
Yes, I.
Yeah,
Yes, I. You have to lead
so-
that opportunity.
Yeah,
and,
man.
and let me say this there too, Gary. It wasn't just an egotistical move in terms of saying, that is it, all the free work done. And
Right.
no. Before that statement was even valid, I went in to becoming a better version of me when it comes to the craft.
Yeah.
I went in and learned what it is to mix, manage, and operate a business. I went in and deep dive into photography, videography, film, that I could teach it.
Right.
So before I even turn that page in what I telling you about it,
Yeah.
I turn a page in me first
True.
to make sure that when I step forward and I say, here what? This is where it is now. And
Yeah.
you say, yes, I can deliver that. Because there's another thing. It are plenty people walking around, beating the chest, holding it high up in the air.
Yeah.
But when you put them in the battlefield, the legs shaking. You see it?
They didn't put in the work.
No, they didn't put in the work. So that's where I went in and I realized that even before I could make that statement, I have to be able to bring myself to that business level
Okay.
where I could sit down in a conference room and articulate my standards and what I need in this contract and what I need in this situation to better provide a better content for you, to provide a
Right.
better experience for you.
Yeah.
I had was to learn that. Because remember, I coming from the ghetto, I coming from a place where I talking anyhow and I alignment on the
Yeah.
block with my bedroom and them. So I had was to etiquette up myself to learn what it takes to be able to sit down in that kind of room and have those conversations with validity in it.
True.
Where you're valid. You're able to stand up on your word. If you tell somebody, all right, we're going to shoot a movie and I could provide it these cinematic angles, when the day come, you ain't spending 3 hours trying to just get that one shot.
Right. You already know where
You
have to
already know what angle you're talking about and how to reproduce it already because you put in the work.
Yeah.
So that, I just
Okay.
wanted to make that
Definite.
evident.
Definite. And we moving still, because it went from, we know our business, well, we was always a business. Yeah? But you put some official things. And even before I move forward, I will still say that I could attest fully that even up to yesterday,
Yeah.
it's free works.
Yes, I.
It's not like, Lance,
Bullying
really-
and
no,
all that. Nah.
No, but
Nah.
you just had to set a standard to make the thing go right. Okay, so that happened. Now, so much, because you say 2017, 18, 19-ish is when you thing up the business.
No, I was in 2017 when I opened.
Still, no,
No.
when you regularize
Transition?
it. Yeah.
When I transition, yeah, No, when I transition was post-COVID, after COVID.
So we in 19, COVID was 19, and?
2019
Yeah,
or
19, 20, and 21.
All right, so let me say that was all 2018, so when we started to switch up.
Okay.
When we started did with the thing a different kind of way. So
Go ahead.
let me say, right? We come and get Samurai in concert to do.
Okay.
That was the first transition out of running around and you ain't really sure what you're doing, to me coming back as a professional.
Okay.
Coming back with the knowledge, coming back with the... Because when I bid for that concert, I bid amongst 5 other videographers for that show.
Okay.
What pushed me ahead of them was that I provided, and still up to this day, I just provide that service, which is the ability to have a photo set up
Okay.
one time.
Yeah.
A photo booth.
Yeah.
There's no cameraman walking around your place and people come in fresh and clean. And as they come in fresh and clean, I catch them right there by the entrance. Nice. You're still glowing, you're still nice. Then you go in the dance. Nobody in bothering you when you rocking back there and you chilling. Nah, no cameraman and come and bother
That was
you.
very innovative.
You understand?
Yeah.
And that now was the defining marker in granting me, I would like to believe that show. Well, not even like to believe, but that would boil down to in the end, right?
Right.
And then we come and we end up in the COVID.
Right.
Yeah.
By that time, you didn't shoot no videos or anything yet? Music videos.
Nah.
Right.
Nah, I ain't enter the music video realm yet.
Okay. All right.
I ain't enter the music. So far, I'm doing photos and event coverage.
Right. One noticing what I hearing from the story, what making me so interested in it. Your transition was fast. Because you know some people take 10 years in photography and then they now look into transition and it seems like you're always over putting the work to make sure you could up the curve fast now.
Got even this watch I have on my hand here right now, 15 minutes fast.
Okay.
I living in the future, Tabji.
Yes, I.
You see it?
Marsh and that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even the watch I have on right now, 15 minutes faster. So every clock that around me set up at least 5 minutes faster than it already is.
Okay. I
didn't
know that.
You see it?
Yeah, that little insight, I didn't even know
There's
that.
a piece of head we could move forward with. Always keep yourself ahead of time.
Yeah, man. Even literally.
Literally.
Yeah.
Keep yourself ahead of time.
I dig that.
Right?
Yeah, man. So we in COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's up in COVID? That period of time where it was amazing for creator.
I go through some dreadness in COVID.
Right.
Because I lost my dad in the COVID period too, right?
Yeah, man. Respect.
But before that even come into the picture, I ain't dwelling too much on that tonight.
Right.
Tonight is a good night.
Yeah, man.
Right?
Yeah, man.
Before that come in the picture, but we locked down.
Right.
Right? And I was minding some fishes.
Okay.
And first I didn't have nothing to shoot, Gary. I set up camera, tripod, everything, and started tape some fishes. I sure I could go back on Facebook somewhere there and find our footage.
I can see that.
Right?
Yeah.
Some fishes swimming around. And I think in the video I seen, well, they open up the place now, boy. Creatives can't even create. Look, I had to tape fishes to make some content. Right?
Yeah, stop it.
Because I'm frustrated inside. Yeah, Gary.
Can't go out, no pictures taken on events, nothing.
Plus, Lions Den is my bread and butter.
Right.
Lions Den I eating from.
Yeah.
Because them time I done lock off painting, lock off taxi work and all these kind of things, and dedicating everything to Lions Den.
Right.
So them days I see in lockdown, nobody, no event for nobody to call you.
Just so, the way you say lock off painting and thing, so you jump all the way in.
Not immediately.
Okay.
So before I was still holding on to my little job.
Right.
I said, as I tell you, I was a painter for many years.
Yeah.
And let me say half of those years, which was about 8-9 years,
Right.
start driving taxi.
Okay.
So I used to drive taxi in my neighborhood in St. James, where I was living. And so that was my two
Made
forms of
hustler,
income.
boy. Yeah, man.
You dig? That was my two forms of income.
Okay.
Amongst the little graphics thing and thing. But I'm thinking paying no big set of money and thing.
Right.
I'm thinking even paying $300 in them time.
Yeah.
Them time you might do a fly, you charge a man $100 and them kind, you know that kind of way?
Yeah, man.
And when I started getting gigs and thing, I realized that it required more out of me.
Okay.
Because vision is a gift from the Most High. And I give thanks to being blessed with it.
True.
The ability to see the future. As a man, 99% of the times, Gary, not even in a conversation, because even in having this conversation, I already proceed in the edit.
Right. Yeah, already in the room editing. And we ain't done shoot yet. Yeah.
Well, let me just go forward now, right?
Yeah.
You see it? But, so, I realized, yeah, boy, this thing, it catching a line, boy. It making you feel. Because Maya Angelou say, creativity is loving yourself, loving what you do, and loving doing it.
Oh, yeah, man.
That's a quote from Maya Angelou, right? Which was a great poet.
Yeah, man.
Right? And to me, that means that anything you're doing must first start with your love for it. Else eventually you're going to become burned out or turned off. Right?
Yeah. It'll turn to work.
Even in a relationship, Gary, if you only in somebody for sex,
Yeah.
eventually you're going to get fed up of that.
That'll get old.
And but when you love somebody, even if all in have sex for a month, that didn't change the love.
Yes, I dig it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So I realized it required more work, more effort, more of me.
True.
And I remember calling my dad and telling my dad, I said, boy, about to look off this work I'm doing here with the painting and thing. And because he asked me how the lands and thing going on.
Right.
I said, boy, right now I'm thinking about looking off this little painting thing I'm doing and thing and try to focus in more on the, you know?
Yeah.
And my dad tell me, say, boy, people losing their work right now, people getting fired. And you studying to leave your work.
Leave it, yeah.
Your head shaking, or?
A good paying job.
Good.
Yeah.
Because since I 17 years, I eating my own food from out there hustle.
So you'll be known too.
What I mean?
Yeah, man.
I working in West Morris and things up G as a finisher. By that age, why you telling me about it?
Yeah.
As a finisher. We see people here calling after the painters done paint to come to neaten up your place and cut all the lines and make sure around your light bulb cut clean and
Right.
we see people here calling when you can't move your furniture out your house, but you need it painted. So we just shifting it, covering up, spreading thing on the ground, them thing painting it over, and when we done and out your house, you put back your whole house back in again by the evening.
Okay.
And you're back in again, you know that kind of way?
Screw, yeah.
Yeah, I used to work with a serious crew. Big up Lyrics, big up my brethren Bobo. I mean, man, big up Georgie. Big up Yellows, big up the whole team, you know what I'm saying? I mean, man, yeah.
It's that.
So, I realized it needed more. And, yeah, I just ended up playing my boy Noel boy and looking to go forward and do this here. You know? And that was it, Gary.
Yeah.
When I put on the brush, I never pick it back up.
True.
I want to say that I give thanks to the Almighty Father. Not for putting on the brush like the brush was anything.
Right.
But I give thanks to the Almighty Father for the fact that my bravery in taking that step pay off in the end.
Paying off.
Paying off in the
Yeah,
end where you know? And yeah, that was it.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
So we in the COVID still. Yeah, man.
They are locked down.
Yeah, it was to cook up some new things.
So as I tell you, I tape the fish.
Right.
Right? And in the conversation, I tape in the fish now. I started talking in the background on the video, saying things like, open up the place now, look all our creators suffering.
Right.
Imagine I had to tape our fish and thing, and this big whole hoax, so they come with people with, because I don't know what's a hoax.
And you was bravely saying that in the media.
Well, let me tell you this story. So, within that vibes now, sit down out there pulling. That's why the man is always give thanks to the herb too, because you see the herb on me, the herb is my gateway.
Okay.
I don't get high and space out and
Yeah.
I just get mentally awoke course. My thoughts just flow sometimes. I am all this vex because I just can't control the amount of them sometimes. But the gift is the gift.
True.
You see it? And I pull in a little roll on and I just keep hearing in my head, boy, somebody had to break this loop, boy. Somebody had to break this loop, because we just in a cycle where people just take and nobody ain't saying nothing.
Yeah.
Nobody in line the voice we heard. It's like everybody, I start to feel like all the people who could talk and say something is like die when the most gets silent, Gary. And in that moment was born Lion the host.
Okay.
In that thought, in that moment and that thought was born Lion the host.
Okay.
And I decided to create a program called Breaking the Loop.
Right. I know
Where every week I talk about different topics and thing, and well, eventually within about 2-3 weeks, I deep dive into the COVID. I do a 4-part series on the COVID, bro. We'll break it down. Where in them time, I would have been considered a conspiracy theorist. But in these times, you have to consider as a man who had vision. Because I tell them it was a lie before it's common.
Yeah, we find all the truth.
Before it's common knowledge right now, that most all they get duped and all actually get hurt better than prevented.
Yeah.
Say that without no apology. Life is life. I mean, man, we defend that. You see it? Yeah, we defend that. And let me say this, right? And this might be for something. I hope that every listener, even yourself, take into account. You see, when you stand up in righteousness, it has no weapon that form against you could prosper if you truly, truly understand what I mean.
Yeah.
You can't talk that, say that in our prayers, say that in our psalms, and then free to live that up, G. No man can take my life unless the king ordain it.
Ordain it. You're right.
You could jump high, you could jump low, you could pretend, you could fake, you could do what you want. See, once my father encamp around me, the biggest of them can't topple the walls, top G. Because the king is the king. You see it?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
True.
So, as I say, breaking the loop, come on, born.
Right.
And I started hosting, started keeping the little show and thing. And then, my love for music, because during COVID, what kind of keep me was stage shows.
Okay.
Watching back a song, slash and a sting and...
Right. You're doing one of them live.
Well, before I turn it into that,
Okay.
that was my pastime.
Oh, you just watching
Rock back home, and that was why I used to watch it them days. Because remember
from
that?
inside.
Yeah, them days they tapped into our YouTube. That is what keep plenty of we should go with our
For
YouTube.
Sure. Yeah.
And I used to watch a little concert and thing. And then again, rock back watching a concert, pulling our weed.
Right.
I was like, Lion, if you just, because here what I'm doing, every day, or well, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
More or less every day, I would go out the road, or whenever I go out the road, I'd buy like 2-3 little Guinness.
Right.
Right? And I come back in, so I'm a little Guinness in the fridge and thing. So in the night when I done bathe, I put on a little concert, I rock back in my joint room. I drink a little Guinness, I smoke a weed. And sometimes I did in the joint room enjoying the concert like if I did it.
Yeah, reliving it.
So I said, Lion, why you don't take this and find how much people would like this too.
Right.
Turn it into something. Right? And that sent me on a learning curve now. Because I was to learn about live streaming and using the apps at them times, the OBS and the Go Dark and all these kind of things in them time to create a live stream.
Okay.
To create a platform to live stream out and thing. You see it? And big up my Empress too, because she was always supportive in that aspect.
Right.
Where I could have called she and say, well, pay for this app to live stream on.
Okay.
Because you remember, a credit card thing and right?
especially
Yeah, and that teach me how to function in terms of learning the different apps that are out there and the different ways of bringing film and these things to people.
Right.
Because to me, before it was just tape and edit, snap and edit.
Right. He wasn't in control of the process after that.
Nah, or even developing it more than that.
Right.
Even turning it into production. So let me say that was the birth of the production aspect of it.
Okay.
Because I had was to learn plenty about how to get it in time and how to match the audio, when to bring in the clips to run the little banner underneath was saying, I am Lion Live and you know that kind of way? This is breaking the loop and you know them little eyelids add a person name and you invite them in and all.
Yeah.
So them little things to make the thing actually look like a production. That learning curve come there and I was to learn that process side.
Okay.
You know? And the concert series was a smash top shot.
Right. Yeah, I enjoy a couple episodes.
Right?
Yeah.
That was a nice vibes. I remember people literally messaging me and thing and like, Lion, and I went to buy my 6-pack. I look into Pauline, because 9 o'clock was the COVID.
Right. Yeah, lockdown.
Was the lockdown, was the curfew.
Yes.
So we start to get everything early.
We
had to get and pull back.
Yeah.
But when you pull back now, it have a vibe say to pull back and enjoy.
Okay.
And I always believe in like a balance in the way you do things. So like I would literally find the balance in the concerts, because sometimes you mightn't, one concert mightn't be the length of the time you want to
For the show.
for the show.
Yeah.
But I'd find a way to balance the concerts that it would transition and it wouldn't be too harsh on the viewer. They wouldn't feel like, it switch the energy, switch or the...
Yeah. Proper production.
in terms of, the research, going, watching over, because sometimes I download 3, 4 concerts. So because in them time, my process, I work was slower.
Okay.
So sometimes I download 3, 4 at the concert and I literally watch them at 2 times the speed, 3 times the speed, and kind of not cut it, but kind of see where it could blend.
You're right.
See where you could, this one go fit better with that one because them is more youths together. This one is more old school artists.
Okay.
This one is more kind of deeper meditation like Midnight and them. And
Real working.
yeah, that kind of process. Virgin is work at the stake.
Yes, sir.
It's work at the stake. Trust and believe. It's work at the stake. It doesn't matter even if you're writing a letter to somebody. Work at the stake, top G. Put in the work. Good morning. How are you? It's nice. Know that you're functioning and someone trying to share.
You're well.
Yeah, don't try to just good morning. I want to know if you could bless you with a 2 cases of water.
Right. I dig it.
Yeah?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, and that birthday, as I said, the concert series, and that went real nice. And then again, I had an idea to, because I was missing the local music, I was missing the we song.
Okay.
Because at them time we were so absorbed in YouTube and Facebook and these things that much of we content that get disconnected from we.
Right.
Think about the heights we are saying, Gary, because sometimes you need me hearing your own Trinidad brother tongue because everybody lock up in their own house.
Yeah. And you're watching foreign
content.
Yeah.
So I kind of start to feel like I need to hear the Trini kind of vibe, right? And I decided to do a show called Mic Check Mondays.
Okay.
It was a live on Instagram. I used to go live on different platforms. I used to go live on the YouTube and them thing, but it was mainly a Instagram live.
Because that was pumping at the time.
Right, that was the app at the time. We now transitioning out of Facebook into Instagram and them thing. Instagram and a bit more freedom in it in them times as well too, in terms of the regulation and them thing. Now.
Yeah.
And I started my check Mondays as I see.
Okay. That is the concert, not transition from the concert.
From the concert into a live talent show.
Right.
So this is artists calling in from different places all over Trinidad and thing, even outside of Trinidad as well.
Okay.
Right? And performing for us.
Right.
And if we like your performance, we would bump you up into the finals because the show was designed that in the end you would win a music video,
Right.
a full recording. Yeah, I think that was it.
Yeah, man.
A full recording and a
good.
music video.
Yeah, man.
Right? And big up to Lala.
Right.
You understand? Yeah, big up to Lala for winning season 1.
Right. She went out. Okay.
Yeah, that was season 1 winner. We actually do 2 seasons of it.
Okay.
But we didn't complete season 2 though.
All right. So
Because-
no winner.
No, it didn't have no winner for season 2 because by season 2, the place had opened back up.
Okay.
And the viewership had dropped because, people were so excited to be outside that they wasn't spending much time on the phone again, which was understandable,
Yeah,
right?
Like a dip.
Yeah, so you have to read the room, Gary.
Yes, sir.
You have to read the room. You can't vex that the thing dip when in all actuality you are all glad to be outside.
True.
Because them time the curfew job, the thing now start to open back up and them thing.
Okay.
But that brought to the whole hosting aspect of the Lions then into that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. The transition's crazy. And so we had COVID done. Right now, I don't check about 5 different transitions and growths and
Right.
I keep wanting to get to the how you get into music videos and things, right? But
Right.
I know I have to wait on the order of the stories.
No, well, let me say this.
Mm-hmm.
Even before I started Lions then,
Right.
I was already into music videos
Okay.
because I had an opportunity before I even, that's kind of what sparked the whole like creative likeness for this field in a sense.
Okay.
But before that, I had the opportunity to work on a music video for Peter Ram
All right.
out of Barbados when they did the White Pants Tight video.
White pants tight. Yo,
Big
shot to it.
Yeah, that was them days. That was which part Napa is now.
Okay.
When it had the basketball court and the tennis court and thing in the back there. Right, big up Peter. Peter had a shop in the back there in them days and them
So
thing,
you was part of the production team for that song,
for that
the
video. Yeah, for the
Yes,
for the music video.
Yes, sir.
Just in a not so much a videographer point of
Right.
view, but just assistant then.
Okay.
Being around gaffing. So gaffing is like hooking up wires and handing a light, setting up a light. Them kind of light work like that and them thing now, but
Okay.
But just being in the atmosphere of it all, kind of, I would like to say subconsciously planted that seed then. Because I was always fascinated about it. And, like if you go on our work and you go as a laborer,
Yeah.
you just always watch the mason,
Yeah.
and say, boy, one day I could be the mason on
Yeah.
this work, boy. Or you watch the project manager and say, I could be the project manager one day, that kind of way. And I like to say that possible because there's nothing impossible in the lifetime, G.
Especially with your work ethic.
With your once you have the right work ethic and the right approach to it and thing and
All right. So music videos was already a thing on the journey.
well, I wouldn't say a thing, but it was a seed.
Right.
Right? And then within the scope of the Lions then now, we operated in Lions then now, we doing photos We doing events.
Mm-hmm.
We even have a concert under we belt.
Right.
So the next level of production for me at that time was videos.
Okay. And the place open now, so
Place
you know.
open up now, right?
Yeah.
And I'm trying to remember who is the first music video I do, you know, right?
I would have asked you that question, but yeah.
Yeah, you know, I'm trying to remember. Honestly, I can't remember. I got to think about it, bro. You know that kind of way?
I find it kind of, you know, because your first is normally be something, you know. I ain't pressure you know.
No,
I just say.
I don't know, like I want to freeze here for a minute, but
Sure, man.
plenty works in
That
Ogadi.
is the thing too.
Gadi.
The among sins.
Gadi.
Yo, man,
Plenty
19,
works, you know,
20.
bro.
We know we in 24, 25. Yo, we mash some serious works.
If I'm not mistaken, I think the first official music video on Alliance then
Yeah.
was done for Jason, which is now Ayason.
Yes, sir.
If I'm not mistaken.
Hmm.
And just as throwing the side note on it,
Right.
I think that video trend for about 4 weeks on the international.
Yeah, that was our
T-shirt
thing.
was the name of the video.
That was our thing.
T-shirt,
Yeah.
that's for whatever reason. The girl and them like my T-shirt. That bang on the video charts, like within the regional charts,
Yeah.
for about 4 weeks, Brethren.
Okay.
Where Ayason even was able to get some international recognition
Right. And this would have
based
been
off another project.
this would have been you, the director,
Yes.
this setup and
Yeah. Yeah.
what we like to say frame.
Yeah, this was me in them time.
I dig it.
Entering into the director phase of the
I dig
thing.
it.
Because the director phase obviously coming with the videograph, with
that's
the
come with other
video
hats.
phase.
Yeah.
Because most time if a man come to you with a video, he might come with a concept, but he would come with the intention that you would mold the concept
Correct.
into the visual masterpiece that he expected in the end. You know? So this was me in my first instant directing and
Okay.
managing the thing and
Yeah, man.
making sure, you know what I mean? It's nice, and it was a nice experience. I love doing music videos. I think artists should put more effort into the production of the video
Right.
than looking nice in the video. Because nothing wrong with looking nice. Nothing wrong with having 4 or 5 girls. But you can have another thing in front of the camera to make it look aesthetically pleasing.
Right.
It's like that is just think about the BM basics. But that is why I will always say that a great works will match him. Because some of the greats, the Ricardo, Drew,
Right.
the Pretty, these guys will focus more on the effort first.
Yeah.
Before all the glitz and the glamour and the
last.
everything after now, boy. And
Yeah.
you know, we have to let go that kind of king for the mentality. Especially if it's a creative, especially if you're trying to become somebody.
Yeah.
If you're trying to be serious in your craft, you can study like within the reasoning with KJ the other day.
Mm-hmm.
You would go and you shoot the video. I might chill with you for a little hour after that.
Yeah.
But when that done, I go on in my place stop G.
Yeah.
Because I have seriousness to be on.
Yeah.
You see it?
Or even with shooting the podcast, the whole behind the scenes before we even sit here. That is the real work. The last thing we just do
Is sit here.
And put on clothes to sit here.
Yeah, you see it?
Yeah.
But the before
That
of
is the real
everything,
crunch.
you
Yeah,
dig?
man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But don't worry yourself, as I better tell you, brother, I tell you just now, we got set so nice that we don't even have to move it. All we have to do is get up and walk out of it
Yeah.
and go about with business.
That's it.
And when we done, we come back and we sit down back in it. We don't have to move nothing and change up nothing and set up nothing. Everything will be done set for
Well,
you.
if
Progress is progress.
if the transition continue the way your story going, it's only natural.
It's that.
yeah.
It's that.
Yeah, man.
And yeah, we went into the music video thing and it all, and that become another plateau.
Right.
That become another place that wasn't really bringing me the thrill that I need, because I need to push my brain
Yeah.
That is my greatest drug. My drug of choice is pushing that
Yeah.
matter upstairs there.
Quite used to be the challenge. You like challenges.
Yeah, you know, I like to always
grow.
keep how I could improve.
Yeah.
How I could do this. If I start to try to this, I wonder if I can master this, you know, because as I say, we talk a lot about the video and these different things, but it had other little transitions where happen in the midst that didn't even pertain to video still same way, you know?
Okay. But it was always growing.
Always believe in growth. Always believe in growth, because that plateau, that reaching that ceiling and feeling like a cargo no more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that. I man don't like that feeling.
And that development, because all the while you're developing technically, skills-wise, what kind of development went into Lion to
Bro, so much. So much. That I feel if my dad was alive right now, he'd have been so proud of the man I become, bro.
Sure.
Because I proud of me. I am satisfied with me
Sure.
when I wake up in the morning. Not to say that there isn't room for growth.
Yeah.
Not to say that we don't have even greater to come.
Yeah.
But at least when I wake up and I go to that mirror in the bathroom and I brush my teeth in the morning, I'm not angry with that guy I see in the mirror there.
Proud of him.
I'm proud of that guy.
Yeah, man.
I am proud of that guy.
Yeah.
I can remember at a
that.
certain point in time when I decided to get gray and thing, I used to say, no, when I was a youth,
Right.
I used to say, boy, not me, boy, when I started to get gray and thing, I look in a box and die and die that, yes?
Yeah.
I not had that. Now, when I see my little gray and thing popping out, God, I just feel real proud of that
man.
because it shows that I made it. I'm still here fighting the fight.
Yeah, for real.
You know, my people rest up and never see a gray hair on the body top G. Let me don't talk about all the other great things
Yeah.
that could have come with their life if they were still around.
Yeah.
You know, much people rest up and didn't even see a gray on them top G. I like a badge on her, boy.
Yeah. For sure.
I like a badge on her top G.
Yeah, man.
Call me
Have
in.
a big badge.
The greatest gift is life.
Yes, sir.
The longer you could live is the more wealthy you was as a person.
Sure.
The-
The more room to grow and it's infinite potential, you know.
We want to go down that road and
Yeah.
that. But as my brethren say, and all it like Gadi, slogan, God it, slogan, infinite potential.
Yeah.
That is what I and we. That is what we possess.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's so funny that you bring up that, Gadi, because you send me something. You see that you send me something, or I look at your status a couple days ago, and you had up the picture with the buildings,
Right.
with the infinite,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And when I see it, I say to myself, I say, you know, I wonder if God, you know how profound that statement is. Because God, that is it in a nutshell, they top G.
But you know, we so similar, you know.
You dig?
Yeah.
That is it in a nutshell. Infinite potential lies in all of us.
All of us. Yeah.
All we have to do is to tap into it.
Yeah.
Sometimes we tap into it, but we don't know how to channel it.
Yeah, make it work.
So sometimes you might need somebody, or you might need a injection
Yeah.
of the ability to channel it.
Yeah.
But you see that potential don't fall short of no soul.
Yeah.
But that is a
Everyone possesses
God-given
it.
gift,
Yes,
bro.
aye. Yeah.
Just man made in an image and his likeness means just that.
Yeah.
Infinite potential. We just have to tap into that. Because sometimes, like, not to stray too much,
Yeah.
but sometimes, like, when I take in little documentaries and things about people like in the Malanese and thing that could
Yeah.
hold their breath for 17, 18 minutes underwater, right? And they are not professionally trained divers in the
Yeah.
terms of how it have people who deep dive
Yeah.
professionally as a sport, right? But these people holding their breath for 17, 18 minutes and walking at the bottom of the the ocean to hunt food and catch fish. And because they have adapted, even their eyes dilate in a way that the pupils become larger underwater to allow more light into their eyes.
Okay.
This is not lion talking something. This is something you could go peep. I probably might have the location if anything else wrong. But I think it's that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But these people has taught themselves to be able to hold the breath for them length and periods of time. Infinite potential,
Yeah.
but bro.
And I think because you address something there is like the potential does need resistance.
Yes,
It
I.
needs struggle. It
Yes,
just
I.
needs something that if you don't figure this out, you're dead.
Because comfort breed weak men.
Come on.
Comfort breed weak men.
Come on. You have no reason to strive.
Think about this, Gary. If you as a father go out and make $1 million, yes, you would want to bless your children.
Yeah.
Yes, you would want to make them comfortable and take care of certain things on them. But here we're going. In the midst of that, not you personally, but we have seen it happen, where children might tend to become complacent.
Yeah.
They might have the world given to them and do nothing with it.
Lack of ambition and
Nothing because they have it easy.
yeah.
So that is why they say comfort breed weak men.
I dig it.
Because trials and tribulations does only make we strong. But we just feel like when we get strong, we have to make it nice. Right?
Yeah.
Yes. Make life better for your family. But not without teaching them the value of
Give them the tools to operate properly.
Not without teaching them
Yeah,
the
man.
value of
man.
it.
Yeah, man. I dig that. Yeah.
You got me in deep tonight.
Yeah.
I really feel like whoa,
And we ain't even,
touch the surface yet.
we ain't even, because we in 2025, podcast boss,
Right.
host a podcast,
Right.
you know what I mean? Directing a movie,
So,
big up choices, you know
you
what I
see
mean?
it? I mean, man,
Your
choices.
yeah.
Pick up yourself, you know what I mean?
Innovating and changing the game. Look, you just went live a couple of days ago with a new
Yeah.
platform,
Yeah.
a new something, and they ain't see nothing yet. Look, and even what's the thing we was doing the other day?
Successful minds.
Successful mind. Voices. That was
Yeah.
important because
Yeah.
I realized you don't only do works, but you just do works that meaningful.
Facts.
You know what I mean? We don't just
Works
haphazardly do things.
Works
you know?
without word
Yeah.
is meaningless.
Yeah.
Works without word is meaningless.
True that.
And you could beat your chest so much you want at the top of the mountain. If the father ain't seat up, G, that make no sense.
Yeah. And you're touching on that, and you gave me a little sip on the spiritual side before, because I know we done getting in a little deep, right? So I still wanted to touch the spiritual side, but give me a little sip of what's happening in now. Where Lions then is now.
No? 2025 is the year of the lion. 2025 is the year of the lion.
Utter.
Every time you turn on your TV, every time you turn on your phone, you're going to see me there.
Okay.
Or an extension of me.
Yeah.
This is the year of the productions and producer.
Okay.
This is the year that I turn into that evolution. That guy. My mission now is to create content. Because what I realize in the industry is that we have so much talent, but not enough content creators.
Yeah.
And if we have content, it is either seasonal or it's set up in a way to use the creators more than to bless them.
Yeah.
My thing is bless first,
Yeah.
and Jah go sort you out after.
True. Yeah, man.
I might be naive in that statement because a lot of worlds go tell me, oh, there is a sheep for saying that. But I know where my loyalty lies.
Come on.
And that is on righteousness side. So I rather put the effort here and stand the risk that nothing work out.
Yeah.
But I had the confidence that my father tell me, he's my shepherd and I shall not want.
Ah, yes, that.
You see it?
Ah, yes, that. Well, you done segue into it already.
Yeah.
But I seen how important the Father is to you.
Facts.
I seen that you or even I would not be able to make it even today without the Father. You know what I mean? How good or how great has he been to you, you know?
Daddy, let me tell you something, eh? Even up to this day, I still introverted. So 99% of the time,
Yeah.
the person that is my friend, the person is that is my listening ear, is the King, the Most High,
True.
the Creator of life.
Best one.
Most times, even sometimes, with God, you know,
Yeah.
99% of the time, we don't mash our works without prayer.
Yeah, we do. Must see.
You see it?
Yeah.
We must seal up the thing and must give thanks to the King for giving us
Yeah.
that opportunity. You see it? And that transcends into the life of the thing.
True.
And if I was to take it back to the Genesis side, I'd carry it right back to my mom. Because my mom was always that spiritual person who will cut a Bible and put it on the side of the bed by you and you know that kind of way. And if a Bible cut by the bed by you and you is a reader,
Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna
What go on
sip
him?
it. Yeah.
what going eventually, Gary?
Yeah, to sip it up.
You go
gotta
sip
read
it
that.
eventually, you go
Yes.
sip it, you want nothing else to sip on, and you go sip on that. Now, I graduated with 13 men.
Yeah.
This was 2001,
Okay.
right? How long I carried back there,
Yeah.
right? Now, I say this with a heavy heart. I was the only man out of them 13 other brothers and myself, which make 14.
Right.
Out of them 14 brethren, we still toting a crown from that day. Same crown. Not
Back cut.
still in Rastafari and
Yeah.
grow cut. Same crown from that time to now. And Gary is the only brethren alive.
Jano.
Out of them 14 men from that time to now. All gone.
That's a serious thing in our land.
I lost real soldiers in this life in a top G. That is why I just deal with so much love.
Yeah.
Because I know what hate look like. I know what evil look like. I know where rise the machine and you see what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Them know nothing about that
Yeah.
us.
We know.
Because here why Gary, them still running out of car and hoping they kill somebody.
I dig you.
I know about sure dead.
Yeah.
That is all I will say on that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
I know about that time. Sure. Sure. You know hope and innocent bystander and you know about that us. You know about that. You see it?
I dig it.
So as a man choose love. I choose goodness. Because I realize in the midst of it all, it's only those who could survive in top G.
True.
And I want to live.
Truly, sincerely.
I want to live.
Yeah.
I want to exist. I want it to flow, to bloom into the flower jar, make me out to be Jed. I want to be that rose with strive out of concrete. I want to be that ghetto story to tell. I want to be that, but the only way I could be that is if I plant the right seed ahead of me. And that seed lie in goodness. That seed lie in righteousness. That seed don't lie nowhere else, stop G.
Yeah, man.
You see how passionate, you see how I go on up?
Yeah.
Because you touch a button there, you know,
Yeah.
because my king is something. Because I don't have to walk around as the most holy when the day come. And that is not what the Father looking for.
No.
Pretense,
Yeah.
easy to cover. It's easy to cover pretense, Tub G. You could look like a Rasta.
Yeah.
You could song like a Rasta. You could talk like a righteous. But you see, that man up there, not working in a life,
Yeah.
could I the only answer he just given no? You don't come down and stop no fire and stop
Yeah.
no. Because he done already give every man the choice and the ability to mash the works And they have to be accountable for it.
Yeah.
So if they might look like they get away to you and me, they ain't get away.
Even to the
They have to answer eventually. But he give you the freedom to chuck your seed.
Yeah, man.
So he ain't coming down to stop this and stop that, you know. He here what he doing. He working in his people life.
Right.
He working in his people life. Jah blessings evident. In your face, in your walk, in your talk, in your household, in your children, the way they rise, the progress of you as a human being, Jah works evident.
Yes, I.
Man so carnal now that they're looking for supernatural experiences, Stub G. They're looking for Jah to make the cup turn gold.
Yeah.
They're looking for Jah to get them an Audi and a BMW. But they ain't watching the son not on the block. They ain't watching the daughter at 16 years still steadfast in she education. She ain't pregnant yet.
Yeah, a lot to be thankful for.
Thankful for, Top G.
Grateful, yeah, man.
A lot to be thankful for. That mere fools running around and balancing themselves and calling themselves righteous and they worrying about them thing I now tell you about.
Yeah, man.
I go into sleep in the night, I know my children and them head on the shoulder song. I go into sleep in the night and knowing that today or tomorrow if I call my daughter and I say, girl, daddy hungry.
Yeah.
She cooking a palatable plate of food for me. Not even just cooking it.
Yeah. Proper. I always tell people it's the little moments, you know.
If I call my son now, as a big man, I telling you, if I call my son now and say, my son, why your father broken? And my son have money. My son giving me that without two doubt. I don't even have to ask that.
Yeah.
No, me don't ask. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I dig it.
But assure that he so, listen, not that he just love me, no. That he so conscious and established as a youth man within his own self. That I sure he have a $500 rest down somewhere he could get his father. That is what I mean.
Yeah.
You see it?
Yeah, man. So
Yeah.
I'm proud that yeah.
No, well,
It's some good
what?
seed.
No, well, I just show it from that angle, and
Yeah,
yes,
man.
I most definitely. What them you tell them, I telling them, I tell them, I give thanks to them, most boy, because
Yeah.
the woes and the headache that most parents is have and thing, I don't have from them, you tell them, and I give thanks that Jah bless me in that way. But it goes back to the point that I said before. Jah blessings evident in our man,
True.
because the sins of the parents become the woes of the children, and on top G.
Live clean, people.
Come on, so that your
Yeah.
children life could be blessed and they could be successful because you didn't lay no bad seeds and bad energies for them to
I dig it.
inherit.
Yeah.
Live a certain kind of, you know?
Yeah.
But as I say, you know, it's not about a most holy thing.
True.
Because God, let me tell you something. Me and you just function like brothers.
Yeah.
We's not even co-hosts.
Yeah.
We's brothers. You know that.
Yeah,
I just treat you like my brother horse. And
For sure.
likewise, you just treat me the same way, right?
Yeah.
We have to be able to have a certain level of faith and conditioning that could even make the weak strong,
Yeah.
even make a two mind become a singular thought.
Yeah.
And I extend that out even beyond me and you.
Yeah.
Right? But let me say, for instance, the Tuesday night for the life,
Yeah.
the situation where we had, where it did look like a failure,
Yeah.
but we decided to go above the failure and reach out personally, human to human, brother to brother,
Yeah.
and show you what it means for you to exist, for you to come through and,
Yeah.
and look how it work.
Yeah.
And look at the energy that come from it. So we have to have that kind of confidence in we faith and we believe in the King that would make it seem like a supernatural.
Yeah.
would make it seem like if it's a man, it's always a man.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
Gary, you could remember when we was doing BD Change campaign. I want to tell all that story. Let me tell a story that I don't think I ever expressed other than between me and my soul here.
Right.
Them days we doing the BD Change campaign. We out on the drive. We keep spreading the information, which is now the Ian Da Costa Foundation. We spreading the information out there. We trying to bring the awareness to certain things. And we end up in Port of Spain that day. I think we went and checked your wife.
Yeah.
Yeah. We went and checked Mrs. And we coming back from Mrs. and we reasoning and we going up the road and thing. And I telling Gary, I said, Gary, I said, don't worry yourself, boy, but boy, just now, we on TV.
Yeah.
Just now,
Yeah.
we on TV. Yeah, Gary?
Yeah, I remember.
Just now we on TV, boy. You know, just now we message go get broadcast to the whole of the place and everybody go understand it. And people hear what I telling you. Not even 7-10 seconds after,
For sure.
as we look up, it's a man in a TV6 shirt.
Yeah, real talk, people. It's like Obia, as the words fall out the mouth, the man appear.
It's a man in a TV6 shirt. I stopped the man just so random. I smoking a cigarette. I'll tell it real, Gary.
Yeah, get out.
I smoking a cigarette, the man smoking a cigarette. When both of we pull up, both of we pull a cigarette behind we back. It's like we don't even want to smoke. Two of we smokers, it's like we don't even want to smoke in each other's face. And I explained the situation to the man and immediately it's called to TV6 office. I have two brothers here, I need them to, and the rest is history. You know that kind of way?
For sure.
But I just show you all the power, the thing that with that level of faith, that level of knowing that you rocking with somebody who more powerful than anything else that exists out there. It's like you could bend the universe to your will.
That is how we high on we own juice, you know. We sure, you know, we are this kind of, you know, that don't mean it's not going to have difficult times and difficult moments and things, you know. But we sure, in spite of that, we going and make it because we know after intention, disruption is always follow. So it always going to have something which is the same resistance that the potential need to turn
To progress.
to this now, to progress now. You know?
Yeah.
I feel like I know your land, and I feel like I know you a little more tonight still.
And let me say this thing, yeah. And you know, as a man, do really, God, you know why let's do it to us. You know, as a man, 100 every minute, every second, every hour. Appreciate your progress.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate your growth as a human being. Since the space that time you're wrong, man, we functioning. Appreciate it in my space, top G.
Yeah, man.
Yeah?
Same way.
Yeah, the energy. Just be nice. Just be a vibe. You know what I mean? It has so much more we could talk.
For sure.
Because I ain't even tap into the record label. I ain't tap into the clothing
So
line.
much we in touch.
I ain't tap into what we doing now.
Yo.
There's so much to
We
go.
got to do this again.
Yeah, I feel we got to do a part 2.
Yeah, wait.
We part 2 boss. So
Part 2 boss.
we ain't going on here. We had to name that. We had to change that name from podcast boss to part 2 boss. So.
Yo. But I feel it's when people hit the couch. Look, even you fall into that.
Yeah.
Where the couch just bring out so much out of you that you realize, wait, now I have so much to say.
Because every man have a story, God.
Yes, I.
No, I might have a story that is Lion's Den story.
Yeah.
But God have a story.
Yeah,
That is
yeah.
God's story. Whoever watching this have a story. That is their story. Because 42 years and 36 years and 43 years and 72 years. It's not just 72 birthdays, you know. It's 72 years of experience.
Yeah, man.
It's 72 years of overcoming trials and tribulations. That's why if you talk to certain people who married and think top G,
Yeah.
who been married for 40, 50 years and think, they will tell you things like, it wasn't just we married and we 50. It's a little horn, it's a little miscommunication, it's a little bacchanal, but you know what? We decide to stick it out.
To stick it. Yeah.
We decide to stick with it long enough to make it stick.
Yeah.
Big up my brother JD. Let's on that one.
Man, yeah.
You dig? Yeah, we stick with it long enough to make it stick. So what you say, Gary?
Yeah.
How much views on our part
This
two?
one, 100 million that.
Now good.
Yeah, let me take it to the bank. Let me take this one to the bank.
We had to call a realistic
All right.
because here what the algorithm say. The algorithm say if you call a realistic number, it better to it easier to get it surpassed.
Okay.
So meaning if let me just say, if we say 20,000,
Yeah.
it easier to reach to 60,000.
Okay.
So how much you say?
For real.
For part two, because I'm coming and listen what I'm telling you. And I'm coming on this side of the couch because you know I like that side of the couch.
Sir.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you look nice. You look nice on the couch. You're back tonight. Boy, I'm good. You think?
Yeah.
So, reasonable number.
All right.
Realistically, if all I want to hear the rest of the story, let me get to that.
Yeah. Let me
Realistic.
get this one up to 10,000 likes.
10,000?
Yeah,
I
10,000.
could do that.
Yeah?
I could do that.
And we do our part too.
10,000 likes, and I come back, and I get all of the full thing right up to now.
Yeah.
Because it have plenty meaning.
Plenty miss out.
Gary,
Yeah.
plenty meaning that you know that too.
That bag of weed.
You see it?
Yeah.
that ain't too much. That one, that ain't too much tape on.
You see it?
You see it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we will get something to eat.
Yeah, man.
We go all our vibes. My brother Ariel give thanks to the
Yes, sir.
experience.
I give thanks
It was
to you.
nice. It's nice to
Opening up.
see you as a host.
True.
I hope tonight is the birth of Gadi the host.
Yeah, man.
I hope tonight is the birth
Yeah.
of Gadi
He was
the
already
host.
birthing.
Because here why? I could have been Sasha.
Yeah.
I could have been Roman Virgo. I could have been Antonica Mona.
True.
You hold yourself it.
Feel good.
You ask the right things.
Good.
So
Yeah, man.
I hope tonight is the birth of Gadi the host. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. We got something to eat and well, you don't know the
Kush
thing
and
set
couch.
already. Kush and couch. We was there.
Yeah, man.
It's nice to be here as I guess.
Work.